greater than the senses, greater than the body is the senses, and greater than the senses is the mind, and greater than the mind is the intellect, and greater than the intellect is the spirit, you. Fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. We live somewhere between the extremes of the spirit and the body. It started off, we had just crossed Gibraltar on the way to Rio de Janeiro. It was a perfect night and there was a moon rising, just like what happened on August 10th here, the supermoon. So I was having a drink in my cabin and just happened to have the lifeboat totally within the moon. And I was enjoying it. And suddenly I see somebody get out there and, putting her hands up. It was a lady because she had flowing hair and a perfect figure. I said, wow, how can we have a lady on board? I mean, this is not possible. We had no ladies on board, so how come she was on board? So I called the bridge. They just sent 2 people and find out what's happening in lifeboat 1. There's somebody there. And I want to see them in the port office. So they went, and 10 minutes later, in front of me was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. She had brown hair, and she had, light eyes, nice figure. She didn't speak any English, and we didn't speak any Greek, because the last port of call was Athens, and that's where she must have come from. And the only thing we found out was her name, which was Gloria. So I told the chief officer, give her a cabin, an empty cruise cabin, give her some clothes, some food, and we'll see what happens in the morning. It was already 11 o'clock at night. So in the morning, she was put to work, and she was so happy to work, and she did a good job. It actually brought the morale of the entire ship high. She had something about her aura, which really excited people. I don't know why, but she did. But we went along, all along the way, we went to Rio de Janeiro along the ship. She really worked hard, and the crew was very happy that she was on board. So we reached Rio. She couldn't go ashore, of course, because she didn't have any papers. She was a person non grata. Let me explain what a stowaway is. She was a stowaway. Stowaway is a person who comes on board without permission to take a little ride somewhere. And we are supposed to take them back to the same port where we found them. We can't drop them. Nobody will take them. So we have to take them back. So she couldn't go ashore. She had to stay on board. But the crew was so happy. They bought her dresses, shoes, and hats and all that, So she was very happy. On the way back, we came all the way, the same happy moments, sing-song sessions and all that. Of course, I had advised on the way up to Rio to the Athens authorities that there was a lady on board, but most probably if something is missing, so we have on board, and you can tell them we're looking after her, So we went back, we had instructions to go back to Athens again because we were on a charter. So on the way, we had passed Gibraltar again. We were passing Malta. That was 2 days away from Athens. And suddenly, she became very depressed. She wouldn't eat anything. She was in the cabin. The crew also went down like that. I mean, the whole collective morale went down. What happened to Gloria? We didn't know. Then suddenly, I just after breakfast the next day, we hear aloud, man overboard port side. Quickly he threw a life buoy, that's the routine, and I went to the bridge. And of course, the first thing you do is put a lookout there and you do a Williamson turn. So the command was hard starboard, so you go all the way right to 60 degrees off course. In the meantime, keeping the buoy in sight all the time. And then you hard a port and you come back exactly in the reciprocal course automatically or which you were coming from. This is the same track. The idea is to find the person. We did locate her. She was there. She was clapped onto the boy. So we know it was her, and everybody was waiting. We got the boats ready to go down so that we could go and pick her up. But while we were watching, somebody shouted, "Sharks!" And there were 3 sharks. When I looked at 3 sharks circling her, the fin, I could see the fins going around. And they were becoming closer and closer, smaller and smaller circles. And there she was there, holding on to the thing, and we couldn't do really anything. We were 1 ship's length away, and we couldn't have done anything. We didn't have any weapons, and in any case, I don't know how to shoot a shark 1 ship's length away. But slowly we see a feeding frenzy. A feeding frenzy, where suddenly the boy vanishes, and you see clothes flying around. And it was very sad, very sad. So, but when I was seeing that, I suddenly saw right through the center a light come out like light and spiral up and join the sky. Something went up. I don't know what it was. But in the meantime, we had already come to the place where the boy was. So it was there, and we were looking at there. We only saw some tattered clothes, and we had the boy which was in pieces. We just presumed she was eaten by the sharks. And we all the crew stood by the main deck, and we did a little prayer for her, like she should rest in peace. And of course we went back, we resumed course, and the second mate says, "What do we write as a logbook entry?" I said, "Well, write down a female Caucasian said to be Gloria, age 25, stowaway from Athens. She jumped overboard on her own accord, no foul play was suspected, and she was eaten by sharks." That's all you can say, and please, I'm sure authorities advised. So we went ashore, the authorities came, we told them everything. On the way back, we were again going to New York this time, and we crossed Gibraltar. It was a dark night, it was cloudy, you can't see much. But I had a binoculars in my cabin all the time, so I could see in the front. So I was looking, something white was moving around in the front of on the foredeck. I looked around, and you won't believe it. I saw Gloria there. She was dressed in white, and she was Gloria. But that is a story for another time. Thank you.